Welcome to From a Black Perspective, the virtual reading and release events, which will feature a reading and a Q&A panel from our amazing Q&A panel from our amazing panel. Look at that. Today we have with us Miss Senya Haynes, Mr. Darnell Bonaparte, Mr. Ken Compton. Thank you guys for being with us. You guys are going to hear from them in a second. But before we move forward, I wanted to make a quick thank you to a brand that has done a lot for me, Team She Brand. You see the website down there. That's where I got the amazing shirt. Look at God. It just fits right in because what? We are the authors of the blood. And it was the blood for me. Jesus. All right. So there you have it. That is, without all these disclaimers, there we are. Now, how the order of the event is going to go, we are basically going to do, each of us are going to take turns doing a reading. I am playing the part of Russell Simmons today. So I'm going to do my part. I'm going to get out the way and bring out the stars that I want you guys to see more importantly. So as you know, my name once again, Eddie Pierce. I am the founder and the publisher with Rainbow Room Publishing, which published the amazing work that you're about to hear today. Hopefully you've already bought it. If not, check out the captions. I got the website up for you to still get it. And you can also get it from any of the individual authors. Also, you'll notice that there are 6 of us featured in the book. Unfortunately, 2 of us could not be present today, but trust me, it is for a very good reason. Those 2 young ladies, Miss Katrina, the Hurricane Harvey, and Miss Crystal Renee are somewhere doing all the amazing things that qualified them to be in this work. However, they will be well represented today, and you will get to hear from them at a later date. Also wanted to make sure that you know that this broadcast is being brought to you by Rainbow Room Publishing Live, the new podcast, where you're going to be seeing a lot more of great quality content such as this. But without further ado, you guys came here for some story time, to borrow a phrase from my good sister, Senya Haynes, and I'm about to give it to you with my piece from the work, Scott Free. 1 second here. Got it. All right. Scott Free. So the thing to know about this is that it's a piece that I wrote some time ago. Honestly, I got the timestamp somewhere else. I don't have it here, but this was inspired by a time when we did not have cell phones. So please know that. So I want you to pay attention to the time markers that you hear. And the other thing to know is that for anyone that's a fan of anything Quentin Tarantino, much like myself, great example, Pulp Fiction. Much like the title of the book, actually, it's a story that plays with perspective. So it doesn't go in what we call a linear fashion from beginning to end. It bounces around a little bit. So I'll be sure to remind you of where these scenes change. So without any other interruptions, any other disclaimers, Scott Free. You see, officer, Fred stammers through the partition separating him from the back of Officer O'Brien's ash white hair. What had happened was, oh God, sighs O'Brien, deliberately rolling his eyes toward the squad car's dashboard radio. Here we go again. The radio's clock reads 3:45 a.m. Gotcha. Me and my girl had just had a fight. Really? Says O'Brien, forcing his naturally deep baritone voice up an octave while taking a glance in the rearview mirror at the young suspect. Yeah, man, I mean, sir, she was tripping over some old silly shit, shouting, cursing, and throwing shit. Well, that could explain her ransacked apartment. So what did you do then? I know what you're thinking, but I don't hit no females. I ain't nobody's punk. Sounds like you got really angry, son. Where did you go? Angry? Shit, Red shouts, leaning into the partition, his pecan face now matching his name. I was on 10. I grabbed my shit, hit up my boys, and rolled out to the titty bar for some drinks and shit. That's where I was coming from when you picked me up. And what time was that again? Man, I don't know, about midnight, but I wasn't even nowhere near nobody's bank the whole night. Didn't you say that your girlfriend works at the credit union? Yes, sir. She's been working there for years before we hooked up last year. So, have you been to her job before? Yeah, but I ain't trying to mess up her gig. Well, you better hope your missing girlfriend turns up safe and sound soon so that she can help establish your alibi. Between your prior offenses, the camera footage, and your prints on the keys, it is not looking too good for you. Switch scene. 10 till 6, thinks Trina, reading the clock at the bank teller's terminal. Time to make a move. She glances with a smirk over to Charlie, the 60-some-odd-year-old security guard seated by the front door, which displays the hours of operation. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Sunday, closed. Out like a light as usual. He's about as useful as these temperamental security cameras and the alarm system. The downtown branch doesn't have these issues, just us in these more urban areas. Following a slightly modified version of routine closing she developed over her past 5 years as a manager of the credit union, Trina pulls her deposit drawer with one hand while stooping down to grab the two small black trash bags from beneath her desk. She goes into the safe to count out the afternoon deposits. Upon exiting, she secures the door with a reverberating slam loud enough to serve as Charlie's evening wake-up call. "You calling in the night, sweetheart?" shouts Charlie from his seat near the front door. "Yeah, Charlie," Trina replies, suppressing an accomplished giggle. She walks halfway to the front. "I'm headed out back with the trash," she says, triumphantly raising a bag for him to see. "Should I lock up the rear door as usual?" "Thanks, sweetheart," Charlie replies with a wave and a yawn. "I'll be up to check it in a minute." "No problem. Night." "Same to you, sweetheart." Trina leaves from the rear, closing the door behind her. Switch scenes. "Attention all units," blares the dispatcher's voice, filling the air of O'Brien's squad car. "We have a report of a robbery from North Shore Credit Union, estimated time 12:30 a.m. Video footage IDs culprit as a light-skinned African-American male, approximately 20-25 years of age, 6 feet in height, 165 pounds in weight, dark hair, and cornrows." 1:49 a.m., thinks O'Brien, staring at his watch. "Looks like we're in for a long night." The culprit was last seen wearing a waist-length black leather jacket, dark color baggy jeans, black leather boots, black leather gloves, dark tinted sunglasses, and a bandana across his face. The disembodied voice of the dispatcher goes on to say, "Units should also be on the lookout for a person of interest, Trina Carson, a middle-aged, light-skinned African-American female, approximately 5'8" in height, 140 pounds in weight, brown hair and eyes. Carson is also an employee of North Shore Credit Union, last seen during closing at 6 p.m. Switch scenes. "Did you honestly think I wouldn't find out Red?" Trina shouts, throwing a set of keys at his face. "What the hell are you talking about?" Red yells in response, catching the keys mid-air. "I ain't one of those young silly chicken heads you normally mess around with. I know you've been cheating on me." "Oh shit. Oh shit is right. You've been caught up, nigga." "Baby, look," Red pleads, crossing the small studio apartment, placing the keys on the nightside table. "Don't pull that baby shit with me," Trina replies, avoiding Red's attempt to embrace her. "How in the hell you gonna do me like this? I'm around here buying your clothes, cornrolling your nappy ass head. You know what? I don't got no time for this tonight. It's damn near midnight, and some of us have to be at work in the morning." "Oh, so we on that shit again. You know it ain't my fault I can't find a job right now." "Yeah, and I guess it ain't your fault you got a record either." "Fuck this shit. I'm going out." "You know what? That is a good fucking idea." Trina goes to her closet, tosses a black leather jacket, a pair of black navy blue jeans, and an empty black trash bag in his general direction. "And while you at it, take your shit." "What the?" He just barely dodges a well-aimed pair of black Timberland boots. "Fuck you, Trina." Red stuffs his clothes and boots into the bag and slams the door behind him. "Dumb nigga," Trina sighs, Her eyes move intently from the door to the nightstand's keys. Looking to the clock on her VCR, she sees that it is 11:45 p.m., an hour later than it actually is. She rushes back to the closet and pulls out a second leather jacket, a pair of navy blue jeans, and another pair of black boots, all obviously too large for her 5'8", 140-pound frame. Satisfied with the selection, she assembles another more feminine outfit, complete with a short dark brown wig, a nondescript brown short sleeve t-shirt, an ankle-length khaki skirt, and large brown frame tinted sunglasses, and lays it all alongside the first. She goes into the bathroom and takes out a pack of insoles and some small black stuffed garbage bags from under the sink. She opens the last bag and smiles at the sight of several rubber-bound dead presidents, her passport, and a one-way plane ticket to Puerto Vallarta on the red eye